All right, let's pick up where the last video left off. We were looking at our answer, and we had an answer of 227. So that's going to be what a sub 35 equals. We have a new formula, and we're going to see if we can figure out. Remember, we have to find our first 5 terms. So a sub 1, we plug it in. So that's 65 minus 100 times 1 gives us 65 minus 100. And that gives us a negative 35. A sub 2 is going to be 65 minus 100 times 2. 65 minus 200 gives us a negative 135. A sub 3, 65 minus 100 times 3. So you see how the pattern is going here. So minus 300, and that gives us a negative 235. Hopefully at this point, you should be able to determine exactly what your common difference is from what we're having to increase and multiply by each time. So if we look at the next one, that gives me minus 400, so that's a negative 335. So a sub 5 is going to be 65 minus 100 times 5 gives me 500. And that's going to give me a negative 435. So what did I do each time? I subtracted 100. Okay, so my common difference is negative 100. So I want you to go back and let's look at our formula. Look right here. Whatever's multiplied by that n in our formula, that's going to be our common difference. We know that our a sub 1 in this case is a negative 35. So if we plug it into our formula, a sub 39 is equal to a sub 1 plus 39 minus 1, that's my n minus 1, times my common difference, so times negative 100. We end up here with a negative 35 plus 38 times a negative 100. A sub 39 is equal to negative 35 minus 3,800. Both of them are negative, so we add them, so negative 3,835. So that's my a sub 39 number. Let's see if we can go a little bit faster on the next one by looking at what we have. All right, so my a sub 1, I plug it in to my formula that I'm given, and that gives me negative 7.1 minus 2.1, which is a negative 9.2. Now, if we go by what we did before, when we look at our formula, we have a negative 2.1 that's multiplied times n. That's going to be my d value. So if we come down here, we can work all of this stuff out, and we should get negative 9.2 minus 2.1 is going to give me a negative 11.3. Negative 11.3 minus 2.1 is going to give me a negative 13.4. And a negative 13.4 minus 2.1 is going to give me a negative 15.5. And my fifth term, if I subtract 2.1 again, I'm going to get a negative 17.6. I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to work all of these out just to make sure that the answers that I get are correct. Okay, I've worked all of them out and we still had the same answers that we did when we just used the common difference to find the next one. Let's find a sub 27. If we're looking for a sub 27, that's going to give me my a sub 1, which is a negative 9.2, plus n, which is 27 minus 1, times my common difference of negative 2.1. A sub 27 is equal to negative 9.2 plus 26 times a negative 2.1. negative 9.2. Negative times positive is going to make this a negative 54.6. And a negative 9.2 minus 54.6 gives me a negative 63.8. So that's my a sub 27 value. Let's try another one. Now we think we've got this one done. Oh, look, this one we have some fractions. But look, we know that whatever is multiplied times n is our common difference. So my common difference is 1/2. I do need to figure out what my a sub 1 value is. So I have a sub 1 is equal to 11 over 8 plus 1/2 times 1, which is the same thing as 1/2. Remember, we have to get a common denominator before we can add these. So what do I have to multiply 2 by to get 8? That's going to be 4. So this is going to be plus 4/8. And 11 plus 4 gives me 15 over 8. Because I know that my common difference, and I just proved it in the last one, then all I need to do is take 15/8 and add 1/2 to it. And 1/2 is the same thing as 4/8. So 15 plus 4 gives me 19/8. That's my a sub 2. My a sub 3 value, I take 19/8 and I add 4/8 to it. Remember, 4/8 is the same thing as 1/2. It's just the same denominator, and we have to have like denominators in order to add. So this is going to give me 23/8. A sub 4 is going to be 23/8 plus 4/8, which gives me 27/8. And a sub 5 is going to be 27/8 plus 4/8, which gives me 31/8. So those are my first 5 terms here. Now I go back up, and this is my a sub 1 value. So I'll plug that into my formula. So a sub 23 is equal to my a sub 1, which is 15/8, plus my n value, 23 minus 1, times 1/2. So a sub 23 is equal to 15/8 plus 22 times 1/2. A sub 23 is equal to 15/8 plus 1/2 of 22 gives me 11. If I get a common denominator, because that's the same thing as 11 over 1, that's going to be 15/8 plus 88/8. So a sub 23 gives me 103 over 8. So hopefully that one was pretty easy. Once you remember, whatever's multiplied times your variable n is going to be your common difference. Then you just plug in 1 to find your a sub 1 value. All right, the next one says find, if you're given the first term and the common difference of the sequence, find the first 5 terms and the explicit formula. Okay, so a sub 1 is 28. So we can just go down the list, and a sub 2 is 28 plus 10, or 38. A sub 3 is 38 plus 10, or 48. A sub 4 is 58, and a sub 5 is 68. Okay. Over here, let's get a little more room so that we know what all of those are now. And if we use this and that formula, remember our formula, a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times our common difference. So if I use my distributive property here, I end up with a sub n is equal to 28 plus 10n minus 10. If I combine my like terms, I've got 28 minus 10. So a sub n is equal to 18 plus 10n. That's my explicit formula, and we did the first 5 terms. let's look at the first 5 terms for this one. If this is my first term, negative 38, my second term, then I subtract 100 from that, and that's going to give me a negative 138. A sub 3, if I subtract another 100 from that, that's going to give me a negative 238. A sub 4 is going to be a negative 338. And A sub 5 is going to be a negative 438. So if we're looking for our A sub n, we plug in what we do know. A sub 1 is negative 38 plus n minus 1 times my negative 100. Again, use my distributive property here. So A sub n is equal to negative 38 minus 100n, and a negative times a negative gives me a positive 100. If I subtract 38 from 100, I end up with 62 minus 100n. For the next one, A sub 1 is negative 34. A sub 2, if I subtract another 10 from it, that's going to be a negative 44. A sub 3 is negative 54. A sub 4 is a negative 64. And A sub 5 is a negative 74. Come back, plug it in our formula. A sub n is equal to A sub 1, negative 34, plus n minus 1 times a negative 10. Again, use your distributive property. A sub n is equal to a negative 34 minus 10n plus 10, and a negative 34 plus 10 is going to give me a negative 24 minus 10n. And I think this is the last one. If I know that A sub 1 is 35 and my D is 4, so 35 plus 4 is 39. A sub 3, 39 plus 4 is 43. A sub 4 is 43 plus 4, 47. And A sub 5 is 47 plus 4, or 51. Using our formula, A sub n is equal to our A sub 1, 35, plus n minus 1 times 4. Using my distributive property, I have A sub n is equal to 35 plus 4n minus 4. If I subtract 4 from 35, I get 31 plus 4n for my explicit formula. So that's arithmetic sequences. Make sure you take notes. There will probably be a worksheet attached so that you can watch that also, so that you can work on that also, and make sure that you write down your formulas, because we will be using those formulas. You are given those formulas on your SOL formula sheet, so you don't have to memorize them. Just make sure you keep them in front of you. Stay safe, and I'll be posting another video soon on geometric sequences. Have a good evening.